Devin, founder and CEO of Choules Financial. Today on The Key to Yes, we're going to be going through one of the 5 different types of clients that come into our office all the time that we're able to help. Today, we're going to go through the person that has a tax time bomb. What does that mean? That means they've done a phenomenal job of accumulating wealth, putting money on their side of the table, but potentially put it in the wrong spot. And now we have to deal with the unintended consequence of saving it there. Well, before we jump in today, I want to make sure that we go through and we talk about the team at Choules Financial. It's not just a team of me, it's a team of we. We've surrounded ourselves with a team full of professionals to help with different facets of the retirement plan, because a lot of you know already that it's not just about having just an investment plan. It's about having a written retirement income plan, having a proactive tax plan that helps keep more of that money on your side instead of giving Uncle Sam a tip. And then a healthcare plan, and lastly, an estate plan, making sure that everything is titled correctly and it's going to go where it's supposed to. So today we're going to talk about Carl. Now, Carl was a business owner. He sold his business. And inside of that, when he sold the business, it actually funded all the money that he would really need for retirement. But all along the way, Carl was retired. He didn't know he was going to sell his business. And so he continued to save for retirement. He saved in his IRA and his 401k, like his accountant told him to, said, hey, this will help you reduce your taxes every year. And as a business owner, he was really concerned with that. That built an unforeseen problem inside of it of where he stored his money. When he learned about the required minimum distributions that were coming, he reached out to us to see how we could best help him. Now with it, he was going to have a large future tax bill from his IRA and 401k, because whether he needed the money or not, Uncle Sam was going to force him to take it out if he didn't do something about it. So there was no strategy to manage that or to do Roth conversions of how to get more of that money into the tax-free zone. He was really consumed by not giving that extra tip to Uncle Sam, did not want to give the government any more than he absolutely positively had to. And it was a real concern of his. So with that, we built a plan around doing a gradual Roth conversion and showing him how we can take it, and by preemptively paying some of our taxes, we can lower the overall taxes over his lifetime and the taxes on what he leaves behind to his loved ones. Built a tax diversified income stream. With that, we were able to design his income to help control how much of his Social Security was taxed. And that was a big win for him, is that we were able to take that IRA dollars and his non-qualified or his money that he got from selling his business and mesh them together to best support the amount of taxes he was paying on that Social Security. So that was a big win for him. Well, how did we do it? When it comes to taxes, there's 3 things that we need to know. I call it the tax triangle. Over here, there's a spot where we put our money where it is always taxable. These are things like our dividends, our 1099, our interest inside of it. We always get that every single year. I look at it like the recycle logo or a hedonic treadmill. Do we make some money? We give it to the government. We make some money, give it to the government. You know, the last few years, it's been really bad for people. They take money, they put it down at the bank because they can make 5%. The money's locked up, but yet then they have to pay the taxes on it even though they've never touched it. This is always a huge issue for retirees, especially for their Social Security and making it taxable when it could potentially not be. The other side over here is our later, and this is where 85% of people store their money is, and that's things like a 401k, IRA, 403b, 457, TSP, those pre-tax accounts that we've never paid any tax on. But then there comes the time of 73 equals RMD, or required minimum distribution, where they're going to force us to take that money out, whether we need it or not. We have to pay the piper. The tax man is coming to collect regardless. Now up here at the top is everybody's favorite spot, and that's never again. Now everybody always loves the first part here of never, but what we don't like is the fact that the again, meaning that we have to pay the taxes at least once. But what we want to do is we want to build a proactive strategy of how we can put more of our later money into the never again. And when I say never again, what I mean by that is if we put $1 into this account and it grows to be $1 million and we go to pull it out, it's going to be tax-free. We leave it behind to our loved ones. They go to take it out, it's going to be tax-free. Never again means never again inside of it as long as it's in there. And most people know that as a Roth. Now, a lot of people get concerned. They say, Devin, I've already retired. Just like your client here, that he took it, he retired, sold his business. How can he put money into a Roth? There's a difference between a Roth contribution that you have to have earned income to be able to do and a Roth conversion. And they changed the rules about 2014, where now they have become extremely popular because they've allowed us to be able to unlimitedly fund this, meaning that you can take every dollar you have in your later bucket. If you had $1 million in IRA, you could push the button in one day and move it all to the never again. Now, we don't recommend that. That creates an extra large tax bill for no good reason. And that's where we want to build a proactive tax plan that stretches it out over years, and we take advantage of the tax code for our benefit. Now, always money can never go into a Roth for a Roth conversion. So on that side, if we have money there and we want to shield it from taxes, we use IRS code 7702 subsection A, where we can take that money and move it to the tax favored position as well. And that's what we do, is we take it, we look at it, we model it and say, okay, what is going to be best for the client? Is it to pay some of those taxes today, or is it to continue to wait for the RMD? And in his account here, Carl no longer feels that he's on the edge of the tax cliff, and he's back in control because of the outcome, because of the plan. His plan brings flexibility and confidence to his retirement, allowing him to say yes to all the things he's dreamed of in retirement for years. Now, not only can he go out and enjoy that because he's got a designed income plan of where to take the money from, he's no longer concerned about giving the government anything extra inside of it. And by that, he's keeping more on his side for him to spend on him and his loved ones. And that's what he really wanted. Now, how did we accomplish this? We accomplished it through the Key to Yes process. This is our proprietary process of when we meet with clients. Now, in the Envision Your Yes discovery meeting, inside of this, I like to call it a first date. The only purpose of this meeting is to see if we want to go on a second, to see if, when we review, if we can help you with your income plan, investment plan, tax plan, healthcare plan, and legacy and or estate plan there, to see if your worries, the things you're confident about, to see if we mesh together. And if we decide to go on a second, that's when we unlock our yes through a rough draft plan. This is where we're going to do a fee analysis, a risk analysis, an income analysis. If you haven't turned on your Social Security, a Social Security analysis. And at this point in time, we're going to show you what type of planning we can do. What makes us different than working with an investment advisor or an investment guy, investment gal, and working with a planning team that puts this together. At this point in time, you choose to engage Choules Financial. We open up your accounts. We get everything funded. Now, when we get together, this is when we decide what money goes where. And we make sure that whatever the goal is, we don't care. Just like for Carl, for him, it was to make sure that he had income that he couldn't outlive, but he also wanted to make sure that he didn't give the government any taxes. He was pretty passionate about that. We all know somebody like that. And so when we built the plan, it was very specific around him and what he wanted. Now, when you build a plan, let's be honest, life always happens. And that's why we meet regularly to update your plan. We put it here in your yes binder. And in that yes binder, we have, here's your investment plan. What's in good order? What needs addressed? What's the plan of action? We take it and we can go to your tax plan, to your income plan, all along the way, and so that you know exactly what your money's doing for you and why it is where it's at and what we're doing at any point in time. Our clients love that. So down below, you're gonna have an opportunity to schedule an assessment to come in and meet with us and see how we can help you live a life of yes. So go ahead and do that. Can't wait to see you next week. Go ahead and link and subscribe down below. Thank you. Bye-bye.